Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session where I'm going to speak with Pia Stievenazzo, an experienced public speaker and facilitator and leadership trainer and communication trainer. Pia has many years of experience in helping people just like you and me in improving their speaking and leadership skills. So Pia, welcome.
Thank you, Soren. Nice to be here and thank you for having me.
Thank you, you're welcome. Pia, I would like to ask you the question, how do you calm your nerves when you know that you have to give a speech? What do you do?
The first reaction, as everybody that I know, is to say, I don't want to give a speech. I want to walk away. That was my reaction ages ago, after I changed my mindset on liking, on being excited about giving a speech. I'm honored that someone invites me to give a technical training, a technical presentation, and I want to be in the presentation. I want to be in.
Okay, so you want to be in. Basically, you have changed your mindset, you have reframed the situation, and you are ready to go. Or do you have to do something before you get up in front of the audience, or how are you doing that?
I wish it was simple as to say, I accept, I stand up and talk. But before getting to that, I need to prepare. I think preparation and rehearsal is key to have a good speech, a good presentation. I start from writing a script or my own speech and editing it as necessary as it goes. While I prepare, I do rehearse, and I will know what I need to change in my speech before standing and talking.
So you are writing your speech. Basically, are you suggesting that people, they write their speech and they follow their script, or how do you go about that? Because me, I will write out the speech and I will rehearse from that. How do you do it?
Same. I do write the speech in full. I write all the words I think I want to say. And when I rehearse it, I'm anchored in 3 key concepts, or as many
3 concepts.
Opening, body, and closing. All the rest is to flow.
Okay.
When I write it is to have my speech flowing, and unlikely I'm going to do it equal to what I wrote. And each rehearsal is going to be different, and the final speech probably different.
So basically, that's a very good suggestion. Write out your script, but you don't necessarily have to follow your script when you're giving the speech, because that's when you can get locked up, right? That's when you can blank out. So be flexible or be adaptable. Okay, so that is kind of the speech preparation. Mm-hmm. How about your rehearsal methods? How are you going about the rehearsal?
Rehearsing for me nowadays happens via video, recording myself, and as painful as it is, watching it, where I can, evaluate myself. I can totally have an assessment on what I'm doing well, what I can improve, also the timing of the speech. I can manage to assess whether I got my messages through and if I kept the timing of my speech throughout. If I have the chance to have a mentor, a Soren, or another colleague, another respected colleague that could give me proper feedback before, whether in person or in video, of course our reactions and our interactions are a bit different, I take it. If someone can give me a hand and evaluate myself, I will evaluate my speech. I would like to have that input.
Okay, now you're prepared. Now comes the day you have to give the speech. Mm-hmm. You are walking from wherever you are at the moment and going onto the stage. From when you start being called upon, what do you do?
Days in advance, I probably are preparing. I'm preparing mentally to go on the stage and that I want to be there. As you mentioned, we don't have to. No one has to do anything. I am delighted. I'm excited. That is in the build-up. And a few minutes before presenting, and depends on the circumstances, I could use a power pose that, if you heard, is about Superwoman or Superman poses for 2 minutes, if you have the luxury of time. Otherwise, just while walking to the stage or waiting to get in, there are breathing techniques that you can use that is to activate your brain and to calm your heartbeat. The activate your brain is the deep sigh.
Deep sigh. Can you show us that?
It is a technique that you breathe as much as you can, and when you think you cannot get any air in, one more, very short, one more, and exhale. That will activate.
I'm definitely relaxed now.
To activate your
Yes,
brain.
absolutely.
And the other one is the 4-7-8.
4-7-8. What is that?
Inspire 4, hold 7, expire 8.
Ooh.
And you can do it a couple times before you stand or you are called up on the stage. The third one that is related to managing your calmness.
Yes.
Once you are introduced, you shake hands,
Yeah.
you are standing in front of your audience. Take the shortest time, 1 second, to acknowledge where you're standing, stand straight, and then start speaking. You can get one deep breath and then start speaking.
That is a good comment, that last one. Because normally I just want to give that speech and I want to rush into it. Let me get done. Let me go in there. But you are now saying, no. Just be calm. Look everybody in the eye, or at least as many as you can, or however you feel like it, but don't rush into it. Be cool and just slowly take control actually of the entire environment. Get everybody's focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It gives it time. Also, even if your speech starts super energetic, standing in the correct place where you want to be allows you to take the stance. If you're going to say, hello everybody, it's a good way to start if you're standing in the middle of the stage and not just coming in, talking from the sides and as hello everybody. It's much better to stand, have a look, take control,
okay,
and go.
And Pia, during the speech, now I'm worried about if something happens and I suddenly forget something, or maybe I see the wrong words or something like that. How do you handle such things like that?
It can happen. First, it's normal. If you forget something, if it's really, really, really relevant and important, you could have thought about notes on the side that you can have a glance and get you back on track. If it's not important, don't sweat it. You are the only one that knows what the content of your speech is. No one else does. So if you forgot something that is really not so important to the story, it's okay. Keep going. The one thing you have to have consciousness is of your pace. If you have the pace of your speech, if you have the tendency to speed up and speed and try to finish close, it gives a wrong sensation that you want to run away. And then you would tend to forget things because you are trying to rush. So keep your pace doing your speech. If you blank, if you forget something, it happens. We've seen it, it can happen. You can have a joke, say, "Uy, it happened again." And have a joke, have something, then look at your notes to get you back on track. Usually it doesn't last too long. And if it's really, really noticeable, you can say, okay, I really forgot my first point. Can I come back to the first point after I tell you number 2 and number 3?
Okay.
For example, have a coping mechanism already thought.
Planned out.
Planned out. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Great advice. Thank you very much for that. Is there anything here at the end that you would like to add to that?
Excitement. For me, is the preparation is key, but the most important is being excited about what you want to talk about. If you're excited, you are really happy and you know your topic, and that will make it easier to go for it.
So let's go for it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just quickly summarize what we have talked about, Pia and I. So important is to prepare. Try to write out your speech, focusing on having a memorable, for yourself, memorable opening, a body with a good structure that is easily coming from one point to the other, and then a strong ending, which is always a good idea also to memorize. Mm-hmm. Is it correctly summarized for that point? And then, in fact, the mindset is what drives everything. Frame the situation so that you bring your excitement to the speech. This is what will also bring in the excitement of the audience. Hooray! No, what I mean is, think about as an opportunity to give people information, to help people, to entertain people, to persuade people. Say yes, thank you to the opportunity to give a speech. That's the mindset. Mm-hmm. And then, in order to get ready for the speech, think of certain breathing techniques that you can use, not only when you are in the speech, but actually a little bit before the speech, to calm down your nerves. Take control of the stage, and then get going. Yes. If you stumble, just get up again and continue. So thank you very much, Pia. It was an excellent, inspirational talk that you gave and answers that you gave. I really appreciate it, and I would just like to say to everybody, we look forward to your next speech.
Thank you.
Thank you.